today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Wagner. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Melton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw on 2nd down. Wagner. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off play action. Fry steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wagner. He's going to float this one deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. On 1st down, Melton. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun, Wagner. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Wagner. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. From the gun, Wagner. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again. Fry. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy.
Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
First and 10. Fry. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the 1st round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Now for the point after. Good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this one will return to right around the 38-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, Wagner. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wagner. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throw left side complete. That's Weber. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, Wagner. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wagner looking deep downfield. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Obviously a very deep draft. I mean, we have elite top tier performers, but at the same time haven't even seen the field yet or been talked about are guys like halfback Cummins, who can hang on to the ball with the rest of them. Again, Not a very high developing prospect, but definitely some excellent ability with hanging on to the ball, where we also have stars like defensive tackle Cunningham, or maybe it's left guard Heller who's going to be taking him on in the second half. And halfback Keelan Knox, not a lot of speed, not lightning, but he should be a star in the NFL.
From the gun, Fry eluding the pressure right, and he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now.
Again, stars all over the field. Like on the defensive line, you have guys like Hurts and Cunningham and Leonard versus offensive stars on the line like Heller and Ringer. And then you go to the outside with guys like Ford, Wembley, and Metcalf taking on the likes of a Wilford at the wide receiver position, or superstars like Streeter, just phenomenal players like Holt at left end or Harris at defensive end. And then even down to stars that are less notable like Irving at right outside linebacker, or Giles, the fullback that many will sleep on, but a little bit of a star in his own right.
Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. I told you, I ain't gonna know. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we
If it's throw power you're looking for, it would be Mike Skaggs for certain. If it's accuracy you're looking for, Holden McKay, Tim Wagner, and Darren Ferguson, all solid. If it's play action you need, Darren Ferguson is your guy. Meanwhile, Tim Wagner can take a hit and hang on to the ball. And lastly, if it's speed you're looking for at the quarterback position, look no further than Peter Fry, miles ahead of everybody. If it's speed at the halfback position you're looking for, Alani Bailey, Ja'Cory Melton, Michael Gilchrist, and Antonio Leak all fit the bill. Change of direction, it would be Ja'Cory Melton, Tim Garrison, Antonio Leak, and Dwayne Spears. Looking for someone to hang on to the ball, no better than Spencer Cummins. After that, it would have to be Sean Davenport, Jamel Downing, and Dwayne Spears, all able to hang on to the ball, as well as Jamarcus Watson. If it's a route running halfback you're looking for, Tim Garrison leads the way by far. Antonio Leak, Dwayne Spears all do a job. No better pass catcher than Tim Garrison, Antonio Leak, John Lewis, Dwayne Spears, and Ja'Cory Melton will do the job. Looking for a speedy wide receiver, Daniel Young leads the charge, as well as change of direction has both Johnny Darby, easily the most agile wide receiver available in the draft class. Now, if it comes down to catching a football, Keon Coleman is as sure-handed as it gets. Max Weber and Brandon Atkinson also very solid, along with Josh Ruiz with hanging on to the football. Some people care about the ability to block on their wide receiver. Carlos Harper, 6'5", 228, almost like a tight end at the wide receiver position, and he does a good job in the run game. If you're looking for a speedy tight end, look no further than Patrick Brayton or Alex Butler. Alex Butler leads the way in speed. Now, change of direction. Nobody has great hips, but Alex Butler would be the best of the bunch. Now, in terms of ability to catch, Derek Griffin, Patrick Brayton, and Noah Winkler will all do the trick. As well as Alex Butler. He'll hang on to the ball. Patrick Brayton, a great route runner, as is Noah Winkler, as is Zach Richards. Maybe not a great run blocker, I'm guessing, because he's not too bad in the pass, and that's exactly what it is. If you're looking for a run blocker, Matt Freeman and Patrick Brayton lead the way. Noah Winkler, very solid, as well as Eric Kovacs and Javier Gray. If it's straight up run blocking you need, Michael McCullers leads the way for left tackles. If it's pass blocking, Cordell Crawford does a great job. And if it's strength you're looking for, if it's finesse move you're looking for off the edge, left end Phil Reinhard leads the way. When it comes to block shed, Chris Myers, phenomenal in getting off the blocks in the run game. And when it comes to secure tackling, back to Phil Reinhard, who also packs a punch in the hit power. Leading the way, though, Oscar Fisher and Chris Myers, able to absolutely level. When it comes to pursuit, back to Phil Reinhard, Dion McFadden and Jarek Pounds do the trick as well. And if you want to drop somebody into coverage a little bit, obviously none of them are phenomenal, but Dion McFadden, Lamar Holcomb, and Oscar Fisher can kind of do a little bit of a job when you put them behind the line. Now when we go to right end, when we look at power move, nothing jumps off the page. Finesse move, I'd have to give it to Dane Kendrick. And when it comes to block shedding, Kendrick leads the way, but that is a weak class of right ends when it comes to block shed. Now tackling goes back to Kendrick. Hit power, Tracy Johnston, Glenn Fulton, Nate Ferguson, and Owen Cooper do the job. And pursuit, we're back to Kendrick. Deontay Bynes with some great, at 6'5", 277, great pursuit. And if you need somebody to drop back on a pass, Joseph Frazier jumps off the page with his zone coverage. Again, not phenomenal by any means, but for a defensive end, he'll more than do the job. And when it comes to pass catching, nobody. Need a big block shedding defensive tackle. Tracy Streeter and Levi Whitfield lead the way. Rushing, Palmer, and Drummond are all serviceable to say the least. Looking at power move, Colin Harris leads the way by a little bit over Chris Forney, Jason Harris, and Randy Witherspoon. And if it's strength you're looking for, undoubtedly Doug Drummond leads the way. D'Angelo Judge, the highest rated left outside linebacker, but is he going to be the number one taken? Maybe not. Not a ton drops off the page, but he is a great tackler. Actually has a phenomenal block shed. I take it back. This is one heck of a player. And when we look at power move, Robert Williams leads the way by a little bit over Jeremiah Colbert. And Marco Bullock is the leader in finesse move now. Jose Harden, the best pass catching outside linebacker available. When it comes to speed, watch for Eric Green to be flying around. Left outside linebacker. Now middle linebackers, we have a lot of guys with reasonable speed. KJ Hobbs, Dom Vance, Chris Peralta, Kevin Coleman, Dalvin Baptiste, Rodney Hicks, Deontay Golston, and Alex Cherry lead the way if you're looking for speed at that position. Now in terms of change direction, loose hips, we have Chionte Thomas, Rodney Hicks, and Al Hartwell. Block shed, important at this position. Damian Madden, Sidney Wadsworth, they can get off their blocks, as well as Maurice Reed. Now, when it comes to getting after the quarterback, Damian Madden jumps off the page for a middle linebacker, if that's what you're looking for. Now, in pursuit, Dalvin Baptiste, Jonah Winston, Maurice Reed, Dom Vance, and Henry Woodard all will lead the way on that front. If it's coverage that you're looking for, Maurice Reed, hands down the best at it. Sidney Wadsworth, excuse me. Sidney Wadsworth, reasonable in zone coverage as well. Javon Roberson, left outside linebacker, leading the way when it comes to pass coverage. Zamir Byers, solid pass coverage, right outside linebacker, and reasonable in man coverage as well. If you're looking for a block shedding, run stuffing, right outside linebacker, Brandon Phillips is definitely your guy. Maurice Jackson doing a reasonable job on the outside as well. Everybody loves speed at the cornerback position. Craig Day has a ton of it, as does Adrian Stanley. Shaquille Hartwell, Antonio Ely, Quan Thomas, DeJounte Timmons, and Leo Metcalf, all reasonable in the speed department. If it's man coverage you're looking for, DJ Swinton, phenomenal in man coverage. Craig Day, solid as well. Zone coverage, Charleston Richards takes the nods. DJ Swinton, solid, as well as Shaquille Hartwell and Antonio Ely. If you're looking for a hawk that's not going to disappoint you with the pass-catching, Antonio Elliott and Charleston Richards take the cake, along with Shaquille Hartwell. If tackling's your thing, Kevin Wolf on the outside, phenomenal tackler at the cornerback position, as is Craig Day. When it comes to hit power, Kevin Wolf pretty solid as well for a corner. So Kevin Wolf, an average cornerback when it comes to coverage, but if you're looking for somebody solid against the run, maybe in goal line circumstances, he's as solid as it gets. Sergio Chapman, Holden Morey, and Caleb Bradford, the loosest hips available at free safety. When it comes to coverage, look for Josie Selvey in zone, and if it's man you need, Sergio Chapman is your guy. Block shed if you're looking for run defense, Niles Cowan, miles apart from everybody else when it comes to stuffing in the run game. Now on a strong safety, Isaac Hill leads the way along with Manny Humphrey in speed. When we go to coverage, no better than Manny Humphrey as well in man. When we go to zone, Manny Humphrey as well. Makes you wonder, oh, it's that awareness. That's why he's not so good. Now, with that being said, block shed wise, Joe Darby, Jeff Borum, Roderick Richard would be the best in that department. When it comes to tackling, it's the same three: Jeff Borum, Joe Darby, and Roderick Richard. When it comes to kicking, in terms of strength, Luke Edison and Dan Manley, very similar. I would not touch Sammy Aldridge, although not bad. Jared Shepard would not touch. There's just no way. Doesn't have the power or the accuracy. When it comes to Luke Edison, he has both power and accuracy. Not phenomenal by any means in either one of those attributes, but definitely serviceable and a day one starter for some squad. As far as punters go, I wouldn't touch any of them with a 10-foot pole, and this round of punters no different. Nobody has any worth. Sorry about that, Scott Worth. You're the best one there is, and you're pretty useless.